Howdy ho, neighborinos. We are here today for something fun, something wacky, and something involving horses, which always just, makes it even better. We are going to be participating in the PRS Pokemon Regional Series PU and Friends Tournament. If you've been around the channel for a while, you remember me, Chris, Pat, the whole fucking gang back in the day. Used to do a lot of stuff with them. A lot of different themed draft seasons. I think it all started whenever like pre-bank Alola type shit, and then rather than just having all the mons available, you would just use whatever the theme was. So like there was a Sinnoh one, there's a Kanto one, all that shit. So basically it's just been prepping us for Gen 8 to cut out a large chunk of all the mons available, right? So we've been fucking training for this for ages. Also, I'm still pretty fucking sick, so if I sound stupider than usual, I'm sorry, but here we are, okay? So the draft was just finished today, and I ended up having a little bit more time than I expected to, so I figured, fuck it, why not go ahead and get some content out. I had a rough fucking week last week, guys. It was a long fucking week, so I didn't make any content. So I don't think I had a single video go up last week, other than, no, I don't think I had a single one go up. So here we go, let's get some uploads going, right? So I had second pick overall, which was fucking fantastic, and I haven't had a good pick in a hot minute, I don't think. So let's jump into it. Also, shout outs to the background made by me from the Old Town Road Terrible Shayquaza remix, which was just a blasty blast. If I can find the audio track from that, like the karaoke version or whatever that I used, I'll put that in the background, but we'll see. So as you can tell by me bringing up horses, we picked some horses. It's PU, so none of these mons are going to be too great, obviously, except this first pick here, because who doesn't love a Mudsdale? I have not met a single person that is like, ew, Mudsdale, I do not like that Pokemon. And if I do meet that person, fuck you, dude. Just fucking fuck you. One thing that I do want to talk about, though, is since this is PU and Friends, this is all going to be PU banless, so no baton pass, none of that bullshit. No, obviously good mons from RU or above or anything. So I wouldn't be able to pick the Kingdra, I wouldn't be able to pick the Keldeo, but I wanted to get as many horses as I could possibly get, and then basically just so I could go and then be stupid, right? So here we are, man. I got Showdown Road, the Mudsdale here. He's the pride and soul of this team. He was our very first pick, the second pick overall in the draft. The first pick actually was a tier 3 Floatzel, which was hilarious, but he didn't take Mudsdale. It was actually Iron that picked it too, so shoutouts to him. But I gotta get Mudsdale, dude. Look at him. It's a horse that's wearing high heels with dreads and a mohawk. Dude, Mudsdale has 4 different hairstyles. Look at this man. Holy shit. But no, you know what Mudsdale does, and having a big old strong mon that gets stealth rocks and not like reliable recovery, but basically that boosts its own defense in a way that a lot of times you don't even need recovery. Right off the bat, that's nice to kind of check off some of the things in your draft. And also, like I said, this is PU and Friends, so Fire, Water, Grass Core, Steel Fairy, Dragon Core aren't really as important. And also, I'm kind of just having fun with this, so like, fuck it, basically. You know how we do. We're just here to have fun. We're here to use horses, and we're here to go. So whatever. But I love Mudsdale. I've used it several times. A lot of people I know have used it several times. I've helped prep with it a fucking million times, and it's all around great mon, fun mon, and it's a horse. So I mean, that checks every box off the list for me. So yeah, that's going to be our first round pick. Showdown Road, the Mudsdale. Next, keeping with the theme, you already know we had to pick up the Rapidash. Rapidash here is one of the fastest horses available, the second fastest horse on this team, the third fastest horse that is available overall, right? So Rapidash, while not having the most impressive stats, it does get a lot of very high base power moves, such as Flare Blitz, Wild Charge, blah, 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 blah. But once again, and I have to say this every time, I'm not going to read the move list to you. If you want to read some moves, read your moves. Then click on fucking Rapidash on Showdown and read along while you're listening to this video. Ain't nobody got time to sit around and read you every single move this thing gets. First of all, that's annoying as shit. And second of all, then whoever I play every week could just go watch this and be like, oh, it's gonna get this and this and that. Fuck you, dude. I ain't doing it. This ain't an audio book, bro. This ain't a TED Talk. This is the Showdown Road draft analysis. Okay. So, Rapidash is here, and it's like I said, it's fast. Its stats aren't great, but they aren't terrible, basically. It's a good budget horse, and it's something that I've used a few times in, like, regular drafts, like, not, tier 3 and below or PU and Friends or whatever, but It never does much in those leagues. It'll always do one or two things that season, but in a league like this, I think it'll be one of the kill leaders on my team just because of how fast it is and how hard hitting it can be with the right choice on and with the right Z move, yada yada yada. It does get some sneaky coverage too, as well as some other kind of cheeky things you can do with it. So I'm excited to use it again, and any chance I get to use this fucking fire horse, I will use. And I'm just now realizing that some of these mons down the road, down the showdown road, don't have nicknames, but that will be fixed by the time week 1 comes around. So, third on our list of horses is going to be Fruit Stripe the Zeb Striker. And listen, I know you're going to be like, but Sheldon, that's a zebra, not a horse. And listen, I'm just here to tell you, shut your fucking mouth, okay? I don't need that kind of negativity in my life. If you're gonna argue with me about whether or not a zebra is a horse, first of all, you need to think about the fact that you're watching a Pokemon video on the internet, bro. I don't know, man. Go read a book or something if you want to fucking argue. But it's a horse. Eat dicks. Eat a half black, half white dick. That's what you can do. Okay. So originally I was just gonna name them all, but I realized I'm a little more creative than that, so we're gonna go with Fruit Stripe, the original name for this horse that I had since back in the day. And it's funny because Fruit Stripe is that gum, you know the gum with the tattoos for your tongue. Yeah, that's the one. But the meme with that gum is that it's really only has flavor for what, 5, 15, 30 seconds tops. And also it is funny because that is usually how long Zebstrika is alive in a battle, because its hardest hitting move is going to be Wild Charge. It almost has to run a Life Orb to be able to do any real damage, and it just kills itself with those two things, and then it's no longer on your team. You know what I mean? That boy sends himself to the Shadow Realm 10% at a time, plus the recoil, plus if you're Volt switching out, then you fucking come in and take rocks again, and it's just a whole big mess. But I don't give a shit, man. I don't give a shit. This horse comes with tongue tattoos, bro. I'm using it, okay? Fruit Stripe to Zebstrika it's the fastest horse that is available for you, so obviously you gotta pick it. And honestly, like, despite being not the best bulk wise and not the best special attack wise, it is fast, and it can easily run a mix set every single week because it does get decent, like, it gets its best physical move is going to be Wild Charge, and then it gets also a pretty decent like move pool special wise, so that's kind of why you need a boosting item like Life Orb. But hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do. This was, I think it's tier 3 out of 4, maybe tier 2, and in a PU and below league, like, I mean, dude, come on, like, you know, come on. So this is going to give us the Volt Switch Mon for a Volt Turn Core. Basically, the only things I really wanted in this draft was to 1, have fun, 2, have Volt Turn, and 3, have horses. So I mean, 3 out of 3, right here, buddy. Boxes equals checked, done. Yeah. So next, I realized that first of all, my team was looking a little weak to water, and it was about to be looking a little weak to ground. And this doesn't necessarily help both of those things, but the next thing I wanted to go ahead and pick was going to be the Ruby Roselia. The Roselia, you know, if you guys know, you've seen me use fucking Roserade, several other leagues. Its name is Ruby Roserade because, you know, lesbian hair. But this is Ruby Roselia because he's just a little baby. He's just a little baby, little piece of grass, little bud. And the horses gotta eat something, you know, dude. These horses are out here in this stable, and they're not gonna feed themselves, you know. So we gotta get something that they can nom on back there. We gotta fucking stabilize this fucking diet here. So I said that, and I'm immediately sorry because I'm better than that, you know. I'm better than that. Oh my god. Roselia has fucking 100 base special attack, which for a fucking a mon that's gonna be running a Violite and a mon that's like not that great of a mon isn't terrible. The defenses are kind of lackluster, but with the Violite it does help. It's probably always going to be max HP, and the special defense isn't terrible, so it does make a pretty decent special defense wall, which does go well with Budsdale there being a physically defensive Pokemon. So that's always nice. It gets reliable recovery. It stacks the fuck out of some hazards, which, as we all know, I fucking love. So I'm excited to use it. I haven't used this in a minute. In fact, the last time we did a PU league, this was my first pick, and I brought it to 1 game. So, like, oops, you know? So we're going to try to use it a little bit more this time. It doesn't get Technician, which is kind of but it gets Natural Cure, and that's always nice, because ain't nobody trying to fucking, you know, be burned, be statused, paralyzed, all that shit. So that's fun. Like I said, it was kind of shitty because this isn't exactly a ground resist because of its poison typing, but it's there and it can threaten stuff out with Giga Drains, with Leaf Storms, with stuff like that. So if stuff does want to be spamming Edgequake versus me, at least it's going to have to take a base special attack 100 Queef Storm or a Giga Drain Energy Ball, you know, all that good shit. Yeah, and that's pretty much it for that one. Next, we're going right back to horses, buddy. I had to pick the last horse that was available to me. I originally wanted Silvally for first pick, and I actually left my picks with Pat, and he took Mudsdale over Silvally, which ended up working out because someone else was going to take him. Whenever it got picked, someone was like, fuck, I was going to take that. So I was like, okay, well, Silvally's not really a horse. It's more of a chimera than a horse, but it is a good mon, so I'd rather have horses than good mons, frankly. So with that being said, we got Giraffe-a-Rig, the Honorary Horse. If you've heard my terrible remix of Showdown Road, that's one of my favorite lines from that fucking, from that song, is, referring to Giraffe-a-Rig being an honorary horse, because it's a giraffe. Listen, dude, zebras, giraffes, they're just horses. A giraffe is just a horse with a long-ass neck, like Lux. A fucking zebra is just a horse with some fucking racing stripes down it, with some fruit stripes down it, bro. So, like, fucking whatever, man. Giraffe-a-Rig is a fun one to use, honestly. It can be physical, it can be special. It gets nasty plot, which is nothing to fuck around with. Base 85 speed isn't terrible. The defenses, like I said, are kind of lackluster, but it does give me another immunity. It's a normal and a psychic type, which means that it's not going to be weak to fighting, obviously, and then it has the psychic type to be able to bop those fucking normal types that didn't want to CC me or whatever it's going to be. And like what is this, an email, bro? You trying to CC me? But yeah, so basically it's, and you know, with that combination of typings, it is immune to Ghost as well, so that's nice. So basically this thing is only going to be weak to Bug and to Dark, which is nice, but in a PU and Friends League, and there's going to be a lot of knockoff spam, so do got to watch out for that. I believe this is also going to be free Z. I haven't confirmed that, and I don't know that for sure skis, but I think that's what they always are. So we got the Honorary Horse. This thing, man, it's a psychic type, so you know it's going to get hella coverage. I haven't used the word hella in a long time, and I'm disappointed in myself now, so thanks me. But yeah, man, I'm excited to use the giraffe. It's a lot of fun. The first team we ever built in Sun and Moon OU was well, not we ever built. The first team I ever built, like by myself, was a Tapu Lele and Giraffe-a-Rig Psychic Spam team, and it was terrible. But I tell you, I won some fucking games, and my opponents felt bad about themselves for losing to a Giraffe-a-Rig team, and that was hilarious. But yeah, man, it's a giraffe. It does just giraffe things. It gives me a grass immunity, which I didn't really need, but I mean, with Mudsdale probably being the biggest threat on my team, it is nice to have. So fuck it, you know. Next, I realized that I had full hazards. I got rocks, I got spikes, I got toxic spikes, and I didn't have removal. And at this point in the draft, there's not a lot of removal left, and there's no more horses left. So basically, the horses are no longer in the back. They are in the front of my team. They are there. They are ready. They have been groomed. Now I just got to take shit that makes this team not suck, right? So I went ahead and picked up Volbeat. This was going to be a tier 4, which is the bottom tier. And as far as tier 4 goes, this thing is pretty fucking good. I think it was tier 4. It might have been tier 3, though. I don't know. But Prankster Defog, Prankster general annoying things is going to be nice. There's a couple people in this server that had been discussing their teams very heavily, and that were pretty fucking sure that they were going to be winning just based off of their team. And I don't want to name names. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to call cunts, but let's talk about it, dude. Basically, Volbeat is a Prankster Defogger and a good disruptor, so that no matter what, if you want to set up in my face, you're not gonna do it. If you want to be fucking boosted up and think you're gonna sweep my team, you're not gonna do it. I promise, you ain't. And I hate to get all Roy D. Mercer on you, but by God, I ain't gonna do it. How big a boy are you, you know? I don't have a nickname for this guy, although he looks like he's wearing a neck pillow, like he's flying on a plane. That's the only thing I can think about when I see Volbeat, so that'll probably be based something off of that. Look at him, he's got his little neck support, and he's got a fanny pack on, dude. He's just a little Caucasian bug. He's like any mid-40s white lady that goes on a flight. You know, this little Volbeat is flying Spirit Airlines to go visit their daughter in college right now, dude. You like how I just made a whole backstory for a Pokemon? Oh my god. Yeah, man, I never used Volbeat before, but I have been severely fucking annoyed by it several times in League and in Ranbats especially, and I'm excited to use it. And I think with FreeZ, there's definitely some wacky shit that can go on. And from our next pick, you'll actually be able to see it actually does tie in pretty well, because the other tier 1, I got Mudsdale for my first tier 1 pick, and then for the second tier 1 pick, I waited a while. I picked up Gorbis. Now Gorbis is a strong fucking boy, dude. Strong fucking boy. I guess it's a girl because it's pink, but I don't know. It's got good defenses, not good HP, but it has good special attack. So it's something that can just slap a choice specs on and just click fucking Hydro Pump. It's something that can, you know, shell smash up and sweep the whole team. It's something that can even, not like be supportive, but it can, you know, you can just slap a fucking, you know, an assault vest or something on there, because it is decently bulky, I guess. So you could just fucking slap whatever item you need and just click buttons with it, basically. And that's what Pokemon's about. Hydration, eh. Swift Swim, a that's the Drake meme, you know. Hydration, nah, bro. Swift Swim, a that's the thing. So this boy's a threat, and basically Volbeat can set the rain dance for it, and it can just come in and kill shit. This thing also is going to be a very, very strong water type. It's not a defensive water type necessarily, so it is more of an offensive pressure, and that does kind of help us. I don't want to switch it in on shit because it is probably the only, well, I don't say the only, but it's one of the best sweepers on our team, and you know, it's here to help deal with the checks for Mudsdale, for Ruby, Rosa Raid, for stuff like that. Even Volbeat, hell. Sorry, like I said, sick. But yeah, Gorbis is looking fun as hell, and you know, sometimes you just gotta smash up and just win the whole game, dude. Sometimes you play with your horses for 20 turns, and then you gotta just smash up and win the whole game, you know. Last but not least, I wanted something with Memento, something with Parting Shot, something with some kind of shenanigans that will help Gorbis set up, that will help Girafarig set up, that will help fucking, you know, anything really switch in, but will mostly help those two things set up. And since it's PU, I didn't have much fucking options left. I needed a fighting type, and I figured I'd save this for last because there's no way this shit was getting sniped. We went ahead and picked up Pancham. Now, if you know me, you've been around the channel for a while, you know I drafted Pangoro once, and I fucking hated it, and I'm not 100% sure why. I just did not like that Pokemon. Times 4 weakness of Fairy was super annoying, and it seemed like every matchup I had, the opponent's Fairy was just good, and it was there, and I couldn't fucking do anything against it. And it's fucking slow as shit, Pangoro. So like, you couldn't even Parting Shot out before you take the Moonblast, you know. So Punchy here, shout out to How I Met Your Mother, is here, and he's got the Iron Fist, he's got Mold Breaker and Scrappy, which is fucking clean. It is a knockoff user, not the best knockoff user. Shout outs to Pat for that fucking insight. It's not stab, it's not good. No, I'm just kidding. But it is a knockoff user. A lot of the stuff that we have, that people have on their teams, is going to be using in a Biolite, so we do want to knock those things off. Also, does this thing even get like Swords Dance? It does get Swords Dance. Cool. Look at me. I totally knew that before this video. But yeah, it's not super bulky, but I think it'll, you know, it'll do the job bulk wise. It'll take a hit, Parting Shot out. It will, and it's PU, like I said. So there's gonna be a shitload of normal types running around. Hell, I even have a fucking normal type on my team. So, you know, it's always nice to have the Fighting Stab. The Iron Fist boosted Drain Punch and whatnot will be nice. And yeah, man, so this thing's just here to kind of help me pivot around. So we got some U-turn, we got some Volt Switch, we got some Parting Shot. We do have several Baton Pass users, but unfortunately we cannot use those, so that's unfortunate. But let's say unfortunate more in a sentence, guys. Let's do that. But yeah, man, Punchy's here. He's got his little fucking thing in his mouth. I will have to come up with nicknames for Volbeat and for Gorbis, but like I said, Volbeat's gonna be something to do with airlines, and Gorbis is a Gorbis. I'm sure there's a fucking pun in there somewhere, but yeah, man, I'm excited to use this team. Let's actually, it's been almost 20 minutes, but let's take a couple minutes here and just go over the rest of these teams. A lot of these people you will recognize from the PCP League or from other random tournaments and shit we've done. So people you may recognize, you got CB Marcus, Cowpat Doomshroom, Word Life, me, and Iron Shadow. You know all of them from PCP. And then I believe we've played Gunk on the channel before. We've definitely played Corey Snorlaxus on the channel before. And then I think the rest of these people are new faces as far as the channel is concerned, but I think I've either talked to or seen a couple of them in these different servers throughout the years. So yeah, you can see all the teams on the screen. I'm not going to read them off one by one, but I do have to kind of look. Pat's team is honestly pretty scary, and honestly Pat's going to win this whole thing because he has Tangela on his team. I don't know if you tried breaking a Tangela with PU mons, but it doesn't work very well unless you have a special attacker, which, you know. CB's team is pretty good as well. Mawile with the Sheer Force Life Orb is a fucking threat. Quagsire is going to be hard to break. Good thing we got a grass type. But one thing you'll kind of notice is that not a lot of people pick the cores, you know? There wasn't a lot of steel types running around, wasn't a lot of fairy types running around, so I think more likely than not everyone kind of just took things that looked fun. And in fact, I don't think a single, I don't want to, you know, this isn't confirmed because I'm still figuring this out as I'm talking, but I don't think a single person took a Steel Fairy Dragon and a Firewater Grass core. I don't think anyone did. So respect to us. You know, in 8-mon, you do the best you can with what you got, diabetes, and then you kind of, you know, you kind of just have fun with it, and you just take some things that are going to be threats. I took a shitload of horses, so look, dude, like, I'm not expecting to win this thing. I'm just here to use horses and to have fun and to fucking kick it with my buddies. So I'm gonna do that. Go ahead and like, go ahead and subscribe. Let me know if you have nicknames for Volbeat or Gorobus. Let me know which team you like the best out of these 12 motherfuckers. And don't say Word Life's team, because man, this dude always be drafting fucking bunk shit, and I don't like it. Even though he really didn't take that much gross shit this time, I know he's gonna be bringing Gorgai Super every single game, and it's gonna be annoying. So you know what? Fuck you, buddy. I love you, but fuck you. You know. Actually, no, Corey, I think, has the grossest team. Look at those first 3 picks. Ew. Ew, bro. Oh, man. You think you know somebody. You think you know somebody and you've been fucking mutuals on Twitter for a while, and then they go and do this shit. Good golly. But no, yeah. Jokes aside, a bunch of these people are pretty good guys, and we're gonna have some fun, man. We're gonna have fucking fun. So, this will hopefully be another thing that I can do live comms on. It will depend on, you know, the loudness of my living situation, but we'll see. So, go ahead and like, go ahead and subscribe, do all that bullshit. Yeah, man. Bye forever.